evening. Welcome to another Nick's Community Kitchen. We got through another week on lockdown, so I thought we would do a family curry. Something that one of our favourite dishes as a family. So, first things first. By the way, all this is on the Greenbank website, the recipe, all the sort of tricks of the trade tips. But the first thing I wanted to show you is something that I do as normal, but all my friends are always sort of amazed when I do it. And basically it's a really old trick from a professional chef's point of view of how to prepare a chicken properly. It's called cutting it for sauté, and it's amazing because you don't cut through any bones, which sounds crazy. So we've got a nice big chicken. We're feeding a family of 4. First thing we do with the chicken is we take out the wishbone. Now you can use a big knife, small knife, but basically the wishbone, you'll see it, just pop your knife just in the back of the chicken and you'll see the wishbone just popping out. Just be careful, just go gently, place your knife away from you, pop your fingers inside and pop the wishbone out. Now that's a really important start with the chicken because the breasts of the chicken won't come off intact without the wishbone gone. So pop the wishbone to one side. So, how do you cut a chicken without any bones? First thing I always do is take the legs and the thighs off. Small movements with a sharp knife. So the breasts come through the side, the legs are joined on just by the skin. So just flick your knife through and release the skin, and you actually pop that bone out and you cut through. There you are, no noise, no crunching of bones, nothing messy. Same the other side, flick the skin away. Alright, you've got the oysters down underneath, you can take those out as well. Pop the bone. That's the legs and the thighs gone. The winglets, again, every bone is like a ball and shoulder socket. So where it joins, just very gently, you'll feel it get, and it'll pop straight through. Same again, straight through. Now, if you wanted to take, I'll do this in 2 ways. If you wanted to prep this for an evening meal, you wanted to take the chicken breast off, and this is probably the cheapest way of buying chicken breasts, is you'll see the natural skin line coming down through the chicken, cut straight down through the middle. The knife will naturally fall to one side or the other of the top bone. Don't force it, let it go, nice and gentle. And again, a bit like fish filleting, just with the tip of the knife, take it away, use the carcass of the chicken almost like a chopping board, and yet again there's a little knuckle in there, trust it, which joins to the wingtip. You can go straight through there. You just find it, there we go. That's a big plump chicken breast. Same the other side. Try to get all the chicken off. Right, chicken's done. So, for what we're going to do today, tandoori chicken. So I'm going to cut this into pieces. I'm going to leave some bits on the bone. In the summer, this will be an absolutely fantastic recipe for the barbecue. Chicken thighs, same again. There's a natural white piece of skin there. That is a guideline. Don't ask me why it's there, but it's fantastic. Same there, look, white piece of skin. Trust it, go gently. There we go, just taking a whole chicken without cutting through any bones. quick wash my hands. If you think about that chicken, it was a large chicken, so I think it was about 4 or 5 pounds. But that chicken could easily feed a family of 5. Now, tandoori chicken. I think life's too short sometimes to be doing fancy spice mixes. I love this one. It is just a pre-made tandoori spice. I'm going to put roughly half of that jar in there. I've got the end of my wife's yogurt, breakfast yogurt. That's going in there. Now remember, this is only my version of a tandoori. It might not be perfect, but it's very tasty. It's not spicy either, so the children love it. Really roughly chopped onion. And I'm going to chop a lime. I'm using the same knife because it's going in the same dish. And I'm squeezing that one in there. Putting it all through there. Getting my hands in, and there, look, you've got that beautiful tandoori spice. Now I wanted to show you the chicken prep today, but normally I would have done this yesterday. So all the spices are really intense and marinated into the chicken. If you've got the Ziploc bags, the plastic bags, they're perfect in those bags. So, there you are, look. Tandoori chicken. I'm going to put that straight in a hot oven. Okay, so raw chicken, we want to get rid of that. Take a second. The one thing we don't want to do at this time is get poorly through sort of bad kitchen hygiene. Whoops. So just take a second and give that a good spray down. So, new knife. You can have this with rice, but I love it with sagaloo. Sagaloo is just a braised potato dish. In the dish we've got some peppers, a little bit of red chilli. Just going to put that on the heat. We've got 3 large potatoes. I did these earlier just to keep time. And I've just put them in some cold water. Okay. Another little chefy trick that I thought might be interesting. How do you actually cut an onion? Well, in the profession, this is one of the first jobs you ever learn, and probably the one that stays with you the longest. I've peeled the onion and I've left the root on. I've left it on purpose. Take the root off. Whenever I teach anybody to be a professional chef, you start with the onion. Always cut the onion through the root. If you're going to slice an onion, from the root end always, 45-degree angle, take the root away. You'll see the lines of the onion. You follow the onion like a rugby ball. They fall to pieces because the root's gone. If you want to dice an onion, you leave the root in. Imagine there's a line there that you don't cross. Slice through the onion, don't cross the imaginary line. Back the other way, watch your fingers. Don't go through the imaginary line. Diced onion. It's a really good trick. Right, we've got the chilli is sizzling away. bit of potatoes. Right, we're just going to singe them in that heat. I've got some coriander that I had earlier in the week. The plant was pretty much gone, but the stalks are all the flavour. My wife's saying turn the fan on. There we go. Right, we used the tandoori spice earlier, but for the sandalwood we're going to use standard curry spice. I've got some dried coriander and some dried ginger. I've got standard curry powder. Again, totally up to you. If you want to make your own curry powders, if you want to add chilli, do whatever you like. There's no rules. My children love curry, but they're not keen on too hot. So I'm using a medium curry powder. Right, the trick with the sagaloo is you want to slightly singe the curry. Whenever you're making a curry, singe the curry spice, because that's when the flavour comes out. Whoops. So I've got this on a hot heat. Tiny bit of oil in there. And then all I'm going to do with that is I'm going to add chicken stock. That's just an oxo cube. All I want to do is just slightly cover the potatoes. I wish you could smell it in here, it's absolutely amazing. All I need now is a beer. Right. So, I'm going to turn that down. That should take about 8 minutes. Right. To finish the sagaloo, something that we've always got in our house. It's a fantastic way of us getting green veg into the children. Frozen peas is another one. You can definitely put frozen peas in there, but it's not classic, but it's a good way of getting your greens in. But we love spinach. That goes in at the very end. Okay, so same board, because it was all going the same way. A very simple raita. So the odds and bods of the cucumber. Right, just cut them into a simple fan, and then I'm just going to slice them through that. Right, we won't need much. I'm going to use a bit of this onion. I'm going to cut it quite a lot finer. Remember the claw? Claw's really important. I've been cooking for over 30 years now, and it's just natural now that whatever I touch. And again, you know, I was listening to the television this morning. The one thing we don't want at the moment is accidents, unnecessary accidents. Work nice and slow, work safe. I'm not going to put any chilli in there. Some people put chilli in. And I've got the little stems of the coriander. Now classically, raita has natural yogurt or creme fraiche. Again, only because I'm actually cooking this for our dinner tonight. Not all of us are keen on natural yogurt. Very rarely, you don't really taste the natural yogurt on the chicken. It creates a marinade, but you don't really taste the yogurt. So all I'm going to do is a very simple touch of salt, a Really, that's all I'm going to do. Later on we'll squeeze a bit of fresh lime. The salt will wilt the cucumber, which will be amazing. So, you can see the sagaloo coming down. Another quick clean up. So you know, all the recipes are now on the Greenbank website, videos. So I put extra breakfast recipes on there, all bits and pieces, just to have some fun over the coming days. Right, let's have a quick look in the oven. Good old-fashioned test for the potatoes. Just with a sharp knife, just pop them in. They're only thumb size, so they're not going to take very long. So later on, with the tandoori, we'll cook the potatoes down. I'll show you the potatoes as they are. I'll put a video on later on of the cooked product. But there's the sagaloo. The chicken. So you can see how that chicken is coming up lovely. Now I want to turn the oven down on the chicken now. So you can take it all the way through on a hot heat, but I like to start it hot, 220, because it singes the yogurt, singes the top of the limes, and seals in all the flavour. But I'm going to turn this down now. I'm going to turn this down now to about 150, and I'm just going to let it tick away. It cooks the curry spice a lot slower, but you can see the idea. Alright, so later on, Friday night for us is always sat around the table, get together after the week, have a beer, glass of wine, have some time with the children, but they've got it. So we've got sagaloo, naan bread, the tandoori chicken, which has been marinated in the yogurt and tandoori spice. Fresh lime over that is fantastic. It cuts through beautiful. And I would put a squeeze of fresh lime through the cucumber raita mix. Again, normally with yogurt, but we personally like it better this way. And stay safe. We'll see you on Monday.